Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is moisturize my face, and I'm going to be using MAC's Natural Radiance, and this is from the Prep and Prime line. And this is the yellow one, so it also comes in a pink tone. So if you have lighter and cooler undertones, you probably want to use that one. But I'm basically just going to moisturize my skin. And I actually get really oily on my nose, so I'm going to take Becca's matte primer, and I'm just going to put this pretty much on my nose and my T-zone area. And you only need a little bit of this. A little goes a long way. And for the rest of my face, I like to use my Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer. So I'm going to put that pretty much everywhere. So I'm going to jump right in, and I'm going to start with my eyes. I've already done my brows, but I do have a full brow tutorial, so I'll put the link down below in the description box so you guys can check that out. I'm going to take my favorite transition shade, which is actually a blush from MAC, and it is called Blunt. And I'm going to take a MAC 224 brush. And I'm going to start off by using this as a transition shade. Next, I'm going to take a tapered blending brush. And this is from Morphe brushes, and I'm going to use the shade Ground Brown from MAC, and I'm going to put this shade directly into my crease. And this is pretty much just going to darken the entire look. And now I'm going to go back in with my MAC 224 brush, and I'm just going to pretty much blend that out. And I'm going to go in with an even darker shade. This is the shade Espresso from the Lorac Pro Palette. And I'm going to take that same tapered blending brush, and I'm going to go right into the crease with that shade. And then again, I'm going to go in with my MAC 224 brush, and I'm going to blend that shade out. Now I'm going to take that same taper brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade Carbon from MAC, and it's just a matte black shade. And I'm going to create an outer V with the black, and I'm going to go into my crease also. Then I'm going to just go over it one more time with that black just to make sure it's super, super dark. Then again, I'm going to take my MAC 224 brush, and I'm just going to blend that out. Next, I'm going to take some concealer, and this is MAC Select Coverup in the shade NC45. And I'm going to take this flat shader brush. This is a small shader from the brand JCat. And I'm basically going to use this as a base to create the cut crease. Then on top of that, I'm going to use JCat's Shimmer Powder. And this is in the shade Earth Mango, and I'm just going to put that right over where I put that concealer, and I'm using a MAC 252 brush. Then I'm going to go in with another blending brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade Blunt. And I'm basically just blending the two shades together so that there's a transition between that and the Carbon. Then I'm going to go over the outer edges with Carbon one more time just to make sure it's super blacked out. The first thing I'm going to do is conceal around my mouth. And that's just going to cover up this discoloration that I have here. And I'm using the Black Opal foundation stick, and this is in the shade Truly Topaz. Then I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush and just blend that up. Then I'm going to take my foundation. I'm going to be using the Nars All Day Luminous foundation. So I'm just going to shake that up. And I'm going to be using this Marc Jacobs brush. I forgot the name of it. I want to say it's like Phase 2 or something. But I use this all the time to apply my foundation. And it just gives it kind of like a flawless, almost airbrush finish. The face of this. And always make sure to take your foundation into your hairline. That's really important. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender just to make sure it's all the way blended. To conceal, I'm going to take my MAC Prolongwear concealer, and this is in the shade NC42. And I'm going to take a MAC concealer brush. This is the 195. And I'm going to just first place this under my eye. Bring my concealer into the sides of my nose, and I'm going to basically create like a V shape with this. And then to blend this out, I'm going to use my beauty blender. And I always like to do double concealer under my eye, so I'm just going to dip my beauty blender into some more concealer, and I'm going to apply that again underneath my eye. Next I'm going to be contouring, and I'm going to use my cream foundation from Ben Nye in the shade Dark Coco. And I'm going to take this contour brush from MAC, it's a 163. I'm going to take a MAC 139 brush, and I'm just going to blend out that contour. So next I'm just going to set my highlight, and I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent powder. Next, I'm going to line my eyes, and I'm going to be using my Inglot number 77 gel liner, and I'm going to use this liner brush from MAC. And next I'm going to be adding lashes. I'm actually going to be using my lashes from Grace Beauty, and this is the Polka Lash, and I can't even tell you guys how many times I've worn this specific pair of lashes, but you can wear them up to 28 times or more, and I wear makeup a lot, and it's really convenient to be able to reuse your lashes and not have to worry about purchasing lashes, you know, for every single look that you do. And then I'm going to be adding some lash glue, and this is the Sassy eyelash glue. You can get it from the beauty supply store. So I'm just gonna add my glue. And I pretty much use this glue because it's super strong, but I don't have to wait for it to dry like Duo, and it's also black. So I'm going to fan it a little bit, and then I'm going to apply it directly to my lash line. And normally I always add mascara first, but I actually forgot. So I'm just going to carefully add a little bit of mascara to the base of my lashes, just so that it blends in. Next I'm going to add some shadow right under my waterline. I'm going to take MAC's Carbon, which is that matte black shade. So I'm going to take this small angled brush. This is actually from e.l.f. And I'm just going to add that right under my lash line. And I'm also going to add some black liner to my waterline. And this is my absolute favorite liner. Then I'm going to go in with another angle brush, and I'm going to take the shade Light Bronze from the Pro Palette, and I'm just going to add that to the inner corner. Then I'm going to add some mascara to my bottom lashes. Next I'm going to dust off all of the excess powder, and this brush is from Real Techniques, and it's a stippling brush. I'm going to blend out where that powder was using my MAC mineralized powder. Now I'm going to go back in and set my contour, and I'm going to use the same mineralized powder, but this is in the shade Dark Deepest. I'm also going to reset my under eye powder, and I'm going to be using MAC's Carablend powder in the shade Medium Plus. And I'm going to take a sponge, and I'm just going to apply that right under my eye. And this is a really dramatic look, so it's just going to make sure that under my eye looks flawless. And I really like this powder because it's not drying at all. It's actually really creamy. It's still a powder, but it's not extra dry, so it's great for under the eye. Next, I'm going to add some blush. I'm actually going to use this bronzer from Sonia Kashuk, and it is in the shade Goddess. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush. This is actually a contour brush, but I use it for blush. And I'm just going to apply that to my cheeks. Just to add a little bit more color, I'm going to add a blush, and this is in the shade Fiery Impact from MAC. I'm just going to blend that out. Next, I'm going to add my highlight, and I'm going to be using MAC's Global Glow. And I'm going to use this Sedona Lace Fan Brush. I'm just going to line my lips with MAC's Cork Lip Liner. Then I'm going to add my Pat McGrath Flush 1 lipstick. Top that off, I'm going to add my lip topper in Skinny Dip from, I believe you pronounce it like Joair. And it's just a real shimmery golden shade. My first time using it. It's not as glossy as I thought it would be, but it does add like a nice pretty shimmer. But I want some more gloss, so I'm going to add this other gloss that I got from them, and this is in the shade Nude. And I'm actually just gonna mix it with that.